Today I wanted to revisit the video I made about attorneys. That video is by far the one that has gotten the biggest hits, the most response and the most views of all the other videos I've done. And that, I admit, that surprised me a little bit. I knew that was a valuable one, but I didn't think that would be the one that people found the most interesting. But that does paint a picture to me. It tells me that finding good attorneys to work your surplus cases is a struggle. It is difficult. It is a challenge. I get a lot of people asking me things about attorneys. Now, I think that where I have failed is that I haven't really fully explained the reason I made that video. Guys, I'm a course creator. I offer a course on teaching my students overages and that. All of my students have access to all of the attorneys that I use. I have attorneys in all 50 states. All 50. These are people that I have won cases with, that I know will handle these cases for you. That is something that I give to all of my students who ask. If you pay for my course, by the way, is $1,500, okay? If you ask me for the attorneys that I use, I will send you their emails, their contact information, everything you need to know. You know, if you have a case in Arizona, if you have a case in wherever, I will give you my attorney, and then you do not have to go and look for one. You don't have to spend hours of time trying to vet all these people. Guys, finding attorneys is difficult. I've spent over 100 hours at least pulling up this group of people. And when you figure call it $15 an hour, that's over $1,500 I would have been paid, at least, if it were my job to find attorneys. This is a lot of time that I'm saving you. This is a lot of effort, and it's a lot of restless nights, if you will. You won't have to be kept up at night wondering if you've picked a person who's competent enough to get these cases done for you. I've done all that legwork. It's done. Everybody who pays for my course gets that information if they want it. I used to sell this course for $3,000, and I lowered it to $1,500 because I knew that a lot of people just couldn't reach that $3K amount. And it wasn't that I thought that the course wasn't valued at that. I know exactly what this course's value is, because just the paperwork that I had my attorneys draw up specifically for surplus cases, those papers alone that you're getting when you pay for the course cost me well over $2,000 to make those happen. So again, every aspect of this course that I'm providing you with is extremely valuable. You are getting, by the way, I've been getting a lot of questions about the course curriculum. I'm pretty sure that my course, I utilize a platform called Thinkific, and I think that they show the curriculum when you're looking at the course. I need to double check that though, because a lot of people have asked me about that. Guys, we cover everything. Everything you need to know about how to be successful in the surplus business, I teach in my course. Everything that I do, all the paperwork I use, all the attorneys I use, the strategies I use, the scripts that I use, all of it, how I research cases, how I research debt and liens, absolutely every bit of it is in the course. So when you ask me, if you send me an email, overagemastery1@gmail.com, if you send me an email asking me course curriculum, honestly, you need to ask me something more specific, because I'm not sure what you're asking me. The course curriculum is, you will be a pro at surpluses by the time you're done with this. That everything you need, it's all there. So, guys, this is of great value to you. I promise. I've been doing this a very long time. I have very much struggled with finding attorneys. So I know that you guys are out there struggling, at least to some extent, with this too. I want to spare you that time. I want to spare you that headache. I want to spare you the cost, frankly, because, and this was the second portion of the video I wanted to get into. The reason it is so difficult to find attorneys to do these cases is because us surplus fund recovery specialists, we're cheap. We don't like to pay thousands of dollars per case. And therein lies the problem. Most attorneys really don't like taking on cases that don't pay a lot. To an attorney, $500 to $1,000, those are pennies, guys. That's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money to us. It is not a lot of money to them. So they're going to drag their feet. They're going to say no. They're going to give you all these stipulations because the reality is they don't want to take your case. They don't want it. It's not of value to them. Now, if you bring them 10 clients all at once, now we're talking, right? Now they're more interested. Now they get it. And this is what I've brought to my attorneys, which is why they trust me and they want to take on more people like me, which is why they'll take on your case too. It's like, the more you give, the more you get when it comes to attorneys. So, guys, yeah, you are going to struggle with this. You will straight up call law firms that will, on the phone, tell you no. Without even going deep into what it is you're doing, they'll just say, no, we're not interested. I have had, oh my gosh, I don't even know the number. We're talking dozens and dozens and dozens of attorneys that wouldn't even return my calls. And I left a long-winded message about, hey, I need an attorney, I need a lawyer, I've got this case, I'm willing to pay this amount, wouldn't even call me back. And that, therein lies the problem, right? I'm sure most of you are having this issue too. This doesn't have to be an ongoing problem. You can have access to all the lawyers that I have. I know that, and I do realize that $1,500 is a lot of money. I don't think that that's a small amount for a lot of you. But I want you to try to consider the time and resources and money, frankly, that you're saving. All these things you're receiving in this course, it pays for itself. Your very first deal, guys, you're going to net way more than $1,500. I don't know too many people that do deals less than $2,000. So deal number one, you're getting that back, and you have this course for life. So there is a lot of value to this. Finding attorneys is hard. Getting attorneys to stay is hard. Getting attorneys to work in a timely manner is very hard. It's why you need to work with people who you can trust. Now, the second portion of this that I think you guys struggle with is, of course, and I mean the beginners, the ones just starting out, is of course paying the attorneys. Most attorneys require some money at least up front, and then either by the hour or by the case or what have you. This is where the partnership comes in. In the program, you can partner with me. So if your worry is that you have this case, you're not sure if it'll win, you're not sure how it'll go, you've got a limited amount of money, we can partner. I partner with my students. And honestly, most of my students, and I do mean the vast majority, do not partner with me ever. And the reason is because the course is that all-inclusive, if you will. You're learning everything you need. You don't need me to partner with you in all seriousness. But if money's the issue, hey, we can partner. We can do that together. But at the very least, I want to spare you the time and frustration of trying to find these attorneys. That is something I do for all of my students. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope that this is providing you with something of value to help maybe tilt the scales on whether or not you want to jump into this or not. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had for this video. Ask me questions if there were other concerns with attorneys that you have. I'm happy to discuss. So thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.